Hey, December's a big month for Medicare and all health insurance, and I'm going to give you four scenarios, four deadlines where one of these situations likely applies to you. Number one, you are turning 65 this month, or you're turning 65 in the next few months. So if you're turning 65 in December, need to go on Medicare, haven't taken any action steps yet, you are way behind the eight ball because your Medicare should have started December 1st. If you're born in 1961 in January, February, or March, you are still in your initial enrollment period and can have Medicare start the first day of your birth month, but you should be acting now. And again, not everyone has to go on Medicare at age 65, but if this is you, it's time to get moving. Number two, if you've been working past 65, delaying Medicare, but you are planning to retire at the end of the year, you should be acting. Now, open enrollment is not the time that you need to do anything. It just happens to coincide with when you're taking a lot of action in order to have your Medicare start when you retire on January 1st. But you basically have until the end of December to get all your coverage in place. However, if you've not already initiated Part B, it's time to get moving. It's not too late, but it can take Social Security 2, 3, 4, 6+ weeks to get that Part B application approved. So you need to be moving quickly. Now, number three is what everyone's talking about right now, which is open enrollment. That has a very hard deadline very soon. That is December 7th. So if you are, for instance, in a drug plan, a Part D plan that no longer works best for you next year and you need to change that plan, you have until December 7th. If you are on original Medicare, but you want to go to Medicare Advantage next year for whatever reason that may be, you need to do that by December 7th. If you're on a Medicare Advantage plan and you want to change that Medicare Advantage plan or go back to original Medicare and you want that coverage to start January 1st, you need to do that by December 7th. So that is AEP, annual election period, which if this situation applies to you, you better start getting moving now. And lastly, we have an AEP related deadline, but actually affected by what's called a service area reduction. So we've talked about this before, you've heard it. Plans around the country are exiting, whether it's Medicare Advantage plans primarily, some drug plans, but if your plan is affected by a service area reduction, which essentially means it is being terminated, you cannot stay in that plan next year. And if you do nothing, you'll have no coverage on January 1st from that plan. So what happens here? You are not affected by the 12/7, the December 7th deadline. You have a continuation. Now, if you want coverage to begin on January 1st with a new Medicare Advantage plan or a new drug plan because your plan has left the market, you do need to act this month. You have until December 31st. We always recommend you do this no less than 2 weeks in advance of your coverage start date, but you do have until the end of the month. Technically, you could let that continue on into February and even make an election in February, but you're not going to get retroactive coverage. So if you wait until February to use this extended enrollment period, then that coverage is not going to start until March, which could leave you, of course, completely exposed to major financial loss. So it's important, no matter what the situation is, if you need coverage to begin January 1st, you take action this month. And for most of you, you have until the end of December, unless you're already on Medicare and your change is related to AEP and you don't have an extension.